Dímelo, Bo, Dominican York. What's going on, mi gente? What the is going on? Scent of the day, scent of the night. I'm using it as a combination because I went with the scent of the morning. Actually, I woke up with my scent of last night still lingering and everywhere and needed something strong and powerful to combat that, and ended up having, what was it? I thought I had it here, but I might have left it in the office. When I film here, I'm in the master bedroom. Anyway, I used Shagaf Oud Tonka, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and that guy's delicious. But right now, I went with Lira from Casamorati, which is a Xerjoff brand. This guy is a stunner. And since I know you guys told me you like to have the notes, we're looking at caramel, vanilla, blood orange, cinnamon, bergamot, musk, lavender, licorice, jasmine, blossoms, and rose. Now this is a gourmand. It is unisex. It is, I think, kind of feminine leaning. But I am the kind of person that enjoys all kinds of fragrance, guys. I've said it before, I don't know if my nose is broken. There's not really a lot of things that I don't like. And really, I buy the things that I think I'm going to like. And me being the kind of person that likes 99% of things, or sees the good in the 99% of things, it's kind of hard for me to find one that I don't like. As a matter of fact, when I don't like it, it's because it's too potpourri. But even then, I might wear it at some point. Or it's too animalic. But then I've worn it several times and it's warmed up to me. This is one that doesn't need any warming up for me. Now, this is a Chris Maurice production. He's gets, I think, crapped on a lot of times for a lot of his stuff smelling the same or having the same base, and I think you get a lot of that in here. You get that Xerjoff vanilla DNA in the base, but man, this caramel, this bergamot, spicy cinnamon opening, absolutely stunning. Now, I say my nose is broken because I like inexpensive stuff, and I like expensive stuff, just like most of you, right? There are some of us that only lean inexpensive, and some of us that only lean expensive, and then there's a lot of us in the middle that just like everything, right? Or maybe we don't like everything, but we like both sides. We like the inexpensive, the affordable, and the expensive. And I'm also very big on designer. I love my designer frags, and that's in that middle road too. You know I put Xerjoff in the middle, but really all these designer frags are in the middle too, right? All these designer frags are in the middle, guys. I love the sweet stuff, but I also like the funky stuff, right? And this isn't really funky, but you know, the stuff that isn't sweet, right? And I know a lot of you guys like that stuff too. Just to say, man, our tastes are really varied, guys. We're human beings. We are human beings that enjoy a lot of different things. I'm trying to put these all back where I had them. Here's one that I talked about recently, and I got a backup bottle, so I've got one in the master bedroom right now. This is one that a lot of people kind of asked me about in the comments on the Scent Bubbles Discord, you know, questioning the, what do you call it, the castoreum. This is not a scent for, and I said it in the video that I recorded about it, right? This is not a scent for the guy who only likes sweet, or the person, not just guys and gals, that just like sweet, because the sweetness in here is minimal. It's subdued, it's spicy, it's mature. But then you have this leather, spicy, animalic side that to me is not a pungent animalic. I've got things that are much more animalic in nature or in accord. This is not an animalic accord fragrance right here. But I mean, that's another Xerjoff, right? That's very different from Lira. So back to the start of the show, Lira. God, this guy is absolutely stunning for me and my nose and for what I enjoy, which I have a sweet tooth. I have a mature side that I don't like the sweetness, where I just like something that's deep, dark, dense, rich, woody, animalic sometimes. I've also got a very blue side, right? Now, this isn't the best example of that blue side, but wife got me this for my birthday last month. But I know this is the sweetest of the Bleu de Chanel's, but I mean, historically, I've been a blue fragrance guy, right? A lot of us have been. You know what I mean? We wore a lot of the $20, $25 blue fragrances that we bought at whatever local store, at, sometimes Walmart or Walgreens, because it was affordable. And honestly, until 2024, I didn't like spending more than $20 on a fragrance, guys. Real talk. You know what I mean? I didn't like spending more than $25. I'd wait for Fragrance Net to have a sale. I'd buy 4 or 5 Cool Waters at $20 a clip. I'd buy 4 or 5 Nautica Blues at $15 a clip. So I'd have 5, 6 bottles to last me a year. Because, guys, I've been an oversprayer my whole life. I'm 51 now. And, guys, I've been a habitual oversprayer, a habitual oversplasher my entire life. Since the age of 5, when I learned that lesson. But, and again, I'm not an influencer. I'm not a fragrance reviewer. I'm sharing what I'm wearing. So, don't trust my nose. Don't trust my nose, because I like it all, guys. I like sweetness. I like dryness. I like leathery. I like fruity. I enjoy animalics. I enjoy florals. I didn't even bring that up. I definitely enjoy wearing florals. Nobody talks about Argo's Parfum. My wife likes it. She doesn't love it. I think this is a stunner, guys. I'll spray a little bit on my arm right now. But this is a feminine floral, right? But I think it could be unisex depending on how you carry yourself. That can be a stunner on a man. An absolute stunner. I love the mess out of Herba Pura. And there's a lot of guys, a lot of people that do not like this. They find it screechy. I don't. Again, that's why I say maybe my nose is broken. You know, how could a guy like everything? Well, I buy the things I like primarily, if not all the time. And at the same time, I've got a nose that has been around for 51 years and has smelled the most foulest, nastiest stuff that you can find in New York City. Guys, if you've been trapped in a subway car with a homeless man and urine and feces, and come on, guys, you moved cars, or sometimes you didn't move cars because you were getting off in another stop. Pissy staircases, people don't believe that, but yes, like there's one elevator up and it's somebody peed in the corner or right in the middle, or there's a turd right in the middle of the elevator. Guys, if you grew up even in the country, right? You don't have to just be city folks, but in the country. I remember drinking water from the hose when I lived in Florida, late 70s, early 80s, with my parents. And the water in Orlando had a sulfur smell. But we drank the water. We drank the freaking water. This is a delicious floral, by the way. Poor femme. I need to get some wearings in. I need to put a dent in that bottle. Guys, this is one that nobody talks about. Kirky. Oh my goodness, this is a stunner. This is so good. I need to get another couple wearings in ASAP. But the star of the show today, Lira. My scent of the day, scent of the night. This is my first official wearing, and I just put a bunch of other stuff on my arm, so kiboshed on that. But I'm going to get some more wearings in this summer. I know this is said to be more of a winter fragrance, but oh man, I just put Herb La Pura on that arm. Let's see. Guys, whatever it is, I'll have to do another wearing real soon, so that way I just wear Casamorati Lira for the entire day, and you guys get to feel or see how it felt for me, an entire day's wearing on its own without any interference from other frags. That's what I like to do. I don't always get to do it because I do like to sample a lot of things. I've got a lot of bottles, and I know I'm only 2 years in, but I've got an old nose. It's been around since 75 and smelling things since 80. You know, I've been wearing colognes and frags since 1980 as a 5-year-old. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the freaking truth. It's the freaking truth. I don't have the depth of knowledge that a lot of other influencers and fragrance reviewers have, because I wasn't buying those things. You know what I mean? I was literally buying Kenneth Cole Black, Nautica Blue, what other inexpensive thing? Lagerfeld, the OG bottle with that pull top handle. You know, I was just buying inexpensive things, guys. Yes, did I? There was times I've had 2 bottles of Gucci Pour Homme 2, and I know that that's a frag that people go gaga over because it's discontinued, and now you can, if you're lucky to find one, you're gonna pay hundreds of dollars. Well, in 2009, when I was still a newlywed, 2008, 2009, I went through 2 bottles of that stuff like water, and I freaking loved it. I wish I had another bottle of Gucci Pour Homme 2. It was like a purpley looking juice, beautiful glass bottle. That's probably, up until 2024, probably the most I've spent on a fragrance. And then somewhere around 2020, 2019, I think it was, I dropped on Bleu de Chanel EDT. You know what I mean? But other than that, I always look for the bargain basement. So it was a lot of Cool Water. It was a lot of, that was the other frag, a lot of Cool Water, a lot of Kenneth Cole Black. Just inexpensive frag, guys, that I could buy for $400, $400, and I'd wear them all year long. Winter, summer, spring, fall. My nose is a mature nose. I even love this. I love my mom's old classic, God rest her soul, Chanel No. 5. I would wear this. I haven't, but I would wear this. Aldehydes. Yeah. Oh gosh, I just sprayed a little bit on my wrist. It reminds me of my mom. For decades, that was my mom's scent. Anyway, hope you guys have an amazing day. Que Dios me lo bendiga. I know I ranted. There was no real point to the video. But don't trust my nose. I like 99.99% of fragrances out there. I just share what I like. And I like it all. Anyway, que Dios me lo bendiga. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.